black sun hangs in the sky, casting cold light upon the world. What's going on here? Devil sits upon her top her helmet-shaped rigging, staring at Clemenceau and making with evident surprise. I've never seen such an unmasked emotion from her. Usually I'm the one forcing my access to the test site. This is the first time the tables have been turned. I'm impressed by the rate of your technological innovation. Long time no see, Devil. Excuse me. Are you and I close enough to be casually exchanging greetings? Careful, or I'll wipe you outright this second. I'm well aware that you can't actually harm me right now. Let's set the threats aside. Who told you that? Why are they spilling so much info to you? I'll be honest, it was a guess. Thanks for proving me right, though. Enough. You have no serious business, and I'm going back to work. Wait, I do have serious business. You get one chance. When I get back, I'm tuning my response mechanism so you can't exploit this bug again. We've only used our trump card for the sake of helping you out. Don't you think we deserve better treatment? Obviously don't know your place. Fine. You get 2. That was 1, by the way. Now tell me what you want already. What does Hierophant want me to do? No more headache-inducing riddles, please. Explain to me like I'm 5 years old. Hierophant requires conscious sufficient strength in order to ascend to a higher dimension. This test site serves as a reservoir for the energy required. Should Cinder refer to Hierophant herself then? Is she transcending to escape her current circumstances, or does she have another goal in mind? What is this boundary experiment? I have the authority to disclose that information. Alright, what's the meaning of the Black Towers? Why are there 5 of them? They're just conspicuous targets. I suggest you blow them all to smithereens in the name of God. Energy accumulates more efficiently when positive attentions are stimulated. As for why it's 5, we considered 15, 72, and even 999. I just haven't destroyed 999 of those things, though. How do you fight your fellow dealing with the blood of the bloods of the full moon? Ah, they're D&D players calculating encounters. Was Glorious Men's World as another sacrifice for this? Hey, give your transboundary experiments. If they had called Cherry back then, what would have happened? Everyone linked to those buds would have been invaded by Class 2 mimic entities, yielding countless research samples. What happens if they fail to resolve the situation here? Negative concepts are concepts all the same. Any other questions? If not, you must get moving. Good luck out there. She's not very nice. The black sun still hangs high, yet Devil is gone. Like I've gotten some answers, it hasn't put me in a better mood. Destroy the Black Towers, make Hierophant's experience a success. Maybe that is for the best, even if it means ending the suffering in this world and allowing it to be reborn. Even though all the suffering came from Hierophant. No, from the entire Antiochus system. I thought it was necessary they would sacrifice themselves. Of course they'd sacrifice everything else just as easily. All for the sake of ensuring the Master Plan's success. The residents of these test sites, the Arbiters, are but executioners to be defied. Here I am, chatting with those executioners, accepting a gift-back victory, getting praise and gratitude from people who know nothing of what's going on. What am I doing? How many times has this been? How many times must it happen again? So wonder the Enterprise turned out the way she did. What kinds of things she had to witness, to personally endure. A rift spreads in my heart. For the first time, self-doubt settles deep inside me. Commander, you aren't the cause of the suffering happening in those test sites. The Antiochus are not under your control. If victories are only results of their help, it's clear that it was your presence that compelled them to do so. Think of all the test sites you ever experienced. What has happened to them because you weren't there? Maybe you're right. Still, the Master Plan was put into practice under group agreements. I think that I was among the people who agreed to it. Is that really true? You lost your memories, did you not? I did, yes, but this... The matter was ultimately permitted by the Council, and you participated in its execution. But does that mean your past self agreed with it? You may not be privy to the Council's system-making process. But surely the passage of a major resolution will require a 2/3 or 3/4 majority. CFA certainty you remember the majority? Indescribable chill spreads through me as I come to a sudden realization. Right, why did I take that for granted? Nobody ever said I voted in support of the Master Plan. I feel like the twist is we still did, though. But all this time, I've quietly accepted the necessity of it and believed that I had to follow the path laid by it. Never considered understanding or trying to refine it. After all, I thought my past self had advised, agreed to, and had faith in this plan. What if I'd always been against it? Just like I was against the all-out offensive. I had different visions and different plans in mind. New thoughts fueled the rift, reinforcing it. Transparently experience are the core of the Magister plan. They consume a massive amount of resources from the Arbiter programs, but they undeniably provide tangible results when it comes to countering the X. However, if I'm not in a leadership role in this plan, if in fact I'm only a disposable pawn, entities continue to amass power through these experiments and find a way to defeat the X on their own. That's what they've always done. And for what reason have I ended up in the state I'm in? What if it isn't because of the Master Plan after all? My chain of thought crashed into a wall. I need more information. Life isn't as short as we think, Commander. Continue moving forward, and someday you may remember that which you've lost. Trust you on this journey, you ought to trust in yourself, too. Stop forgetting those test sites, not you're doing. You're doing everything in your power to save them. Isn't that enough? You're right. At this moment, I should be figuring out how to deal with the 5 towers. All these houses are wise. This is the Commander I know. In the house, doesn't they like to try the Azur Lane's tower? Allow me to lead the charge and set an example for you. I don't have enough recon data. There's no telling how sturdy that tower could be. Moreover, it's surrounded by a thick layer of enemy forces. How are you planning to get through that? We'll have to wait and see. Be at ease. I assure you this will be both spectacular and inspiring. That's a cool shot. After leaving the Black Sun affected region behind, I immediately contacted Frederick de Grosse and explained the situation to her. Have you solved these riddles already? More or less. You could say I cheated a little to get the answers. That's how I handled this tower in Irish territory. Our success will have to be celebrated all throughout the Empire. To evoke positive feelings, yes? I promise that everyone will be singing of this triumph before long. With that, everything is ready. All that remains is to wait for the good news. Commander, Clemenceau is already sorting with her fleet. Really just gonna stand by and watch? Says she'll be fine and I trust her. I have a feeling that she's been holding in her emotions about this test site and the catastrophe that befell the Irish Orthodox here. She wants to use her own strength to build a new beginning for the Orthodoxy. Let's relax and let her handle it. The enemy defenses have been shattered. Our path forward is clear. The Black Sun makes fighting easier than ever. Agreed. I feel as if I can fight forever. They'll be able to push through the tower without stopping. That won't be enough. For the moment, destroying the tower will be impossible. Escort me no further. If you proceed, you risk getting caught in the destruction. I plan to deliver a bombastic gift to the other world in its tower. All you need to do is witness it. Azur Lane, wait for me here, please. As you command. Okay. Yes, glimmer of hope, Clemenceau. Come back safe to us, please. Rest assured, I vow to banish darkness and usher in the light of the Iris once more. Thus she stepped elegantly into the darkness. Beneath the distant tower, a legion of sin gathered, ready to overflow at any moment. A beautiful world has been engulfed in darkness. Trace of civilization that once lay upon the earth. This is the answer you choose. We may share a goal, but there's one fatal difference between us. With strength lacking, the only option left is to endure. Hold fast and never let go of hope. Clemenceau raised her gaze at the top of the tower, then back to the darkness stirring at its base. Incarnations of wickedness and impurity. In God's name, I pass judgment upon you. The golden war horse reared back, and then, bearing a rider, charged forth. First sin, usurpation of righteousness. A bull-wielding knight on a shining horse appeared and joined the charge. Second sin, trampling over history. Sword-wielding knight and a blood-red horse appeared and joined the charge. Your third sin, seizure of resources. A scale-wielding knight upon a pitch-black horse appeared and joined the charge. Your fourth sin, wanton slaughter of innocents. A scythe-wielding knight on a deathly pale horse appeared and joined the charge. Your fifth sin, depriving society of innovation. A chorus of voices rang out. Your sixth sin, elimination of three thoughts. Black song hung overhead, setting fire to the black abyss. Your seventh sin, destruction of civilization. The Sin Shadow army attempted to launch an assault, but the cold light held them in place as the knights tore through their ranks. Bring war, and war shall be your reward. Bring death, and death shall be your reward. The black sun cast away its darkness and radiated blinding light. Its light pierced the heavens, creating a spectacle visible to even the far reaches of the Empire. Then it turned to countless spears of light, which rained down until every inch of the tower was bathed in radiance. It's a flash show, get for that. One tower down, 4 to go.